You're not failing to achieve your goals because you can't do it. You're failing to achieve your goals because you keep quitting before the results have time to show up. And this has got to be one of the number one reasons as to why people do not achieve their goals is they count the score too quick. I want to give you this analogy to start this off to make it really make sense in your mind, because when you stop doing this, you're going to finally get the results that you know that you're more than capable of. It's frustrating and I get it, but this small shift is going to change your life. If you were to plant a seed in your back garden for a plant to grow, you would never go back out to the back garden the next day, dig up the seed and see why it's not grown yet. Because why? You know it needs to be watered and you know there needs to be time given for the plant to grow. But you're not given the same time for your results to come in. You're not given life the same time to change and give you the results that you desire. And the reason for that is down to your identity. And I want to ask you this question is, see the phone that you're watching this on, the laptop you're watching this on, could you have that before you had it? Could you have that thing if you didn't already have it? No. You would need to have it before you already had it. And ultimately, that complete fact that I couldn't hold this mic in my hand if I didn't already have the mic shows that your identity is wrong. You're identifying as someone that doesn't have the result yet. And it sounds a little bit paradoxical and it's okay, how does that even make sense? But the person that checks to see why the bank account hasn't grown yet or why the results aren't coming in, why is this not working? Why am I not getting... As soon as you do that, you're identifying as someone that doesn't have the result. And that's why you keep sabotaging. Imagine, for example, you're in a restaurant. Another little analogy to make this click in your head, because I'm only going to spend a few minutes talking about this because it will change your life as soon as it clicks. Imagine you order food and you say to the waiter, I want XYZ, and they're on their way back to the kitchen to give the order to the chef. And just before the waiter gets to the door of the kitchen, you shout them back and you ask them another question, you ask them for something else. And the same thing happens again. You're never going to get your food. You need to give the waiter time to go back into the kitchen, give them your order, and then the food is getting made, there's a process, and then it gets brought out to you. This is exactly what you need to do with your results. You need to stop identifying as someone that doesn't already have it because you can't have what you don't already have. And ultimately, because you keep counting the score, you keep identifying as a wrong person. This simple switch in your mind is going to change the results that you're getting. It's going to ultimately allow you to start achieving the results in the state you need to be in between setting that target, having that desire to achieve the goals, and then showing up. The state you need to be in is a state of faith that it will happen, have faith that you will achieve the result, and a state of gratitude. But the reason why people can't do this is because they have no conviction. Why do you not have any conviction? It's because you're not consistently showing up. So what you'll maybe do is you'll consistently show up for a couple of weeks, and because there's not been any big results, you'll try and count the score and ask yourself, why are things not changing? And sabotage it. And then next thing you know, you're back to zero. You're back to the person that doesn't have the results. Ultimately, what you need to do in order to build this conviction and have this sense of knowing that your result is going to happen is by consistently showing up. When you consistently show up and you stop breaking your own trust, you're going to build self-trust. You're going to know for a fact that you will keep showing up. And once you know for a fact that you're the person that will keep showing up, you can then know for a fact and have conviction that the result must happen. And that means that you can stop counting the score because you know for a fact that result must materialize because you are the person that already has the result, because you are the person that won't stop showing up. This identity shift will change your life. This is literally all you need to do is have that shift in your mind of I am the person that already has the results. I know for a fact that I'm not going to quit. I know for a fact I'm going to show up every single day until this result happens without counting the score, without asking where the money is, without wondering why things aren't working. If you can do that for a long enough period of time, you will get the desired outcome 100% of the time. 100%. You're going to finally achieve your goals if you just stop counting the score. If you just stop questioning why is this result not came in. Because every time you've done that, I guarantee you're so close. You're so close to getting the result. But you keep sabotaging it. In the work that you're doing now, the things that you're thinking about, the feelings, the good feelings, they're opening doors that you can't see yet. They're allowing pathways to be created, opportunities to be created in your life that you right now can't see yet. And that's where people are completely sabotaged in their own results because they look around and they can't physically see the result. But the realistic scenario is there's time, there's process between you doing the work and that result materializing. And you need to exist in here as if you've already got it. You need to stop paying attention to the physical reality, the bank account that shows you've not got £100,000 yet. Stop looking at that and giving that as evidence. You need to start attaching yourself to the evidence inside your mind. Because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. And you just need to know this. You need to know it. There's been so many other examples of people achieving amazing, crazy things, even an iPhone. Think about how complex an iPhone is. That was an idea in someone's mind before it was a physical iPhone. Is there a period in time that iPhone took to get created? Is there a period in time where the iPhone was an idea and there were so many times that they tried to make it and it didn't work? 100% that would have happened. But guess what? Steve Jobs, the engineers, they had faith that it was going to happen. They knew for a fact if they didn't give up, the result must have happened. So they didn't think to themselves, why have I not got an iPhone yet? Why have I not got an iPhone yet? They ultimately just lived with that conviction, that sense of knowing. And ultimately, because they gave it the time and they didn't give up, they didn't count the score, they got the result. And that's what you need to start doing. There's so many videos on my YouTube channel that are longer than this, more in depth than this, to allow you to actually remove limiting beliefs and remove friction and resistance and tap into this mindset more. But this video is going to finish in 5 seconds because I believe that this is all you need to know to truly start achieving the goals that you set out to achieve. So until the next one.